Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion's challenge runs in the Binding of Isaac. This is not actually a run that's suggested by anybody, but it's the same run that Green, Zen, and I did in our race. But I like that run, I just wanted the chance to do it under a little bit more scrutiny. So the basic premise for this run is we have a deck of cards with infinite item power, and we are going to use one card per room. Should say per unexplored room, so we'd like pop a card like the Joker. By the time we finish this next room, or before we leave this next room, we have to use the Joker card to accomplish something. So basically, what does this run entail? It entails a whole heck of a lot of us basically getting and using tarot cards. Sometimes it works out for the best. If you haven't seen the race, just go watch the race to get a feel for how this run goes. But I like this run because A, there's a lot of like variation in it, and B, it's super balanced. Like in the Green, Zen, and I basically did two races with the same layout, and ended up none of us ever beat the chest. I think, in fact, none of us ever beat the Cathedral. That doesn't mean it's necessarily balanced, but it means it's probably more balanced than the last few runs I've done, at least. And we're going to get Lard here, which is fantastic, because that was a very difficult fight. But then we use the Joker. So the Joker takes us here, and we get Brimstone right off the bat. And we have to use a card now before we exit. Remember, the room is unexplored. The reason we do it for every unexplored room, so I have to use a card on this room. The reason we do it for every unexplored room, and that's why usually you want to have one card available when you go into the room, so you don't just like spam cards at the end of it, is because if you did a card every single room, whether it was explored or not, there's a decent chance that unfortunately you could, oh come on, there's a decent chance that you could unfortunately, I have to use a card in here, just like constantly get teleportation cards like the Fool, or you know, the Stars, the Moon, the Emperor, anything like that, that would prevent you from moving onwards, or at least prevent you from exploring everything. So we can use the Lover's card here. Beautiful. Again, I'm gonna make mistakes in this run. Shit just happens, basically. Like, sometimes it just slips your mind to use the card that you got. But I did use the card there. That was the Magician, in case you missed it. Not gonna help us too much since we have Brimstone. And I know people are gonna flip, because that's like 3 Mom's Knife, 1 Brimstone runs in a row. But again, when you're taking these challenge runs, if you don't make it so that Brimstone and Mom's Knife are not excluded, they're worth taking. Like, the situation is almost always, that Hermit is for the next floor, by the way. The situation is almost always that the runs are difficult, so you need these incredible items to have a better chance to make it through. So we gotta use the Hermit. I would love to get the Candle. Obviously, we can't really make that work. We have to use the Strength card here, and then we can get ready for our next room, which is just another Strength card. Beautiful. We might as well use that right off the bat, just to make everything go a little bit smoother. We got Wheel of Fortune we have to use on this item room. There's also a D20. And then we have a Stars card, which we can use on our next item, or next unexplored room, which I believe is just going to take us to the item room again. It might seem silly. I'm just trying to do it by the book here. So we'll take the Stars card. Excellent. I think we also needed to go back to that room and give ourselves another card. I'm just trying to do it in the best spirit of the competition that I possibly can. We might as well take this pill first, so that we can just move onwards. By the way, if a tarot card drops on the ground, that's the one exception to the rule. Like, oh, I botched it a little bit here. But if a tarot card just drops on the ground, you don't actually have to, I think I made a mistake there, you don't actually have to use it right away, or use it at all, really, because drops mean that you have the choice whether or not to use it. So that is the stipulation there. So we use Death here. And since this route, we're going to have the 2 of Hearts for the next room, which we might as well use up here, because why not? 12 that TNT, use the 2 of Hearts, get a better card possibly to deal with the boss. Well, not really. Well, actually, we have to use the Emperor card on the boss room. I'm going to use it after we defeat the boss, which will take 2 Brimstone hits, because that seems like the right course of action here. So we'll take the coin purse, see what we've got in here. Anything good? Pretty Fly. We're going to get 2 Pretty Flies. That's pretty good. What is our blue pill? Balls of Steel. So far, so good. That was a fantastic coin purse. Then we're just going to sadly use the Emperor card, which lost us the opportunity to take a deal with the devil. But we've got an Emperor card we can immediately pop on the next floor, which I enjoy, actually. So we're on Caves XL. Beautiful. We can fight both bosses at the same time. Well, not at the same time. That would be crazy, but, you know. We need a card to use on this floor, so we'll have the World card, which we might as well use, and then just, you know, bide our time as we want to get out of here. We don't really have any desire to explore the entirety of the floor. Like, item rooms are potentially valuable. shops are basically worthless because they almost only give you items to augment your existing spacebar item. And hey, I will absolutely take the pentagram for that increased damage. So far, so good. We're gonna have the moon card, which we're gonna have to use on the next room. Might as well use it on the boss room after we finish it, just to help us teleport, and again, cut down on our backtracking time. Would have preferred a card that allowed us to do a little bit of extra damage. This is the Gurney that can't actually shoot. Brimstone's taking a long-ass time to charge, but hey, the fight's still going to be over relatively quickly, so I can't complain. This must be like super strong Gurney, so I really can't complain. I saw a thread on the Binding of Isaac subreddit the other day. Not a thread, that would be crazy. Fuck you, Northernlion. You take Mom's knife and Brimstone too much, I'm gonna use my mom's knife on you in real life, because I'm too young to go to the store and buy one myself. Anyway, we're just gonna continue onwards here, but I saw a thread, and it was like, what uncommon belief about the Binding of Isaac do you have? And the top comment was like, I think Brimstone is actually just an average item. You're fucking crazy, man. Whoever said that and the people who agreed, you're not utilizing the true power of Brimstone if your true feelings are represented there. So we're gonna see what we got from this here. Again, Devil Room is sadly just gonna pass us by because I have to use the moon card immediately. But the compensation for this is that we are gonna get more Joker cards, presumably. By the way, I made a mistake there. Should have used the card on the secret room. We have the death card, I used it immediately, and that probably saved me from taking damage. Okay. So we do need to go to both of these boss rooms, or sorry, both of these item rooms. We don't need to, but we should. Use the two of clubs here. On the item room, I will use the Emperor card again. And then there is the Devil Room now available. When I go in there, I have to use the Lover's card. Oh, it's Krampus, okay. We might as well just drop the Lover's card on the ground. Probably should have saved it, I guess. Just in case something terrible happened. Or just in case it caused me to actually get hit myself. But this is okay. I don't mind fighting Krampus, and especially Krampus plus, like, Lump of Coal plus Brimstone. I don't know if it actually works, but it can't hurt, right? I mean, there are item combinations in the game that do hurt you, but I don't think this is one of them. Like, Chocolate Milk Brimstone is one that I don't necessarily like, but I'll take this one any day of the week. Our card here is Judgment. We have to use it before we leave our next unexplored room, so we actually have to come up here. I mean, we could just go down to the next floor, but why not explore everything when we've got these amazing advantages at hand right now? What is this? Speed up. Okay, I'll take it. There's another pill of those that I can get. So let's see what Judgment's going to give me here. We have another world card. Oh, I shouldn't have used that, actually. He's going to give us the Steam Sale, which now makes the shop potentially more viable. So I don't have to use a card here, because I'm an idiot and I already used the world card. You might be saying, Northernlion, just give yourself another card and use that. Well, I would, but I don't want it to accidentally be like Balls of Steel or something and help me out too much and then have people bitch that I'm trying to cheat the system. Like High Priestess, people might have gotten pissed off about that. Anyway, High Priestess comes down. We took damage because I'm dumb. And we've got two more keys in here. Our next room card is going to be the Devil. So we'll pop that. Bobby, I don't want you hanging around with that Binding of Isaac. He's the devil! He's not the devil, Mama. I touched his boobies and I like them too. I tried. Quoting Adam Sandler is not really my forte, as you might imagine. I got nothing against Adam Sandler's 90s oeuvre, though. Well, there's the Magician card used. You know, I don't really think Billy Madison's that funny, but I do love that quote at the end when he goes on that long rambling answer, and then the guy's like, that is the single worst answer to any question I've ever heard. At no point during your babbling, incoherent rant did anything resembling a coherent thought come out. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul. Anyway. That, and you know, Happy Gilmore's alright. I got no problems with Happy Gilmore, but when Adam Sandler gets all weird in the 2000s and keeps trying to act like he's 20 years old, except making jokes about him being older and fatter, I don't know, man. Stick with what you do. Invite David Spade on to do a creepy cameo. I don't know. I'm not going to give this multimillionaire advice on how to do his job. I'm just saying, maybe I got older and he stayed the same. Oh, I haven't been using cards at all. I'm an idiot. I got distracted with that Adam Sandler rant. So we should use a card here. We might as well use the Empress here. Get back in the swing of things. Get our pattern back down. That was easy. We got a lot of money. We got our key back, which was probably the most important thing there. And we're going to get a Justice card, which we're going to use on the next unexplored room. But we might not go to any more unexplored rooms, to be honest with you. we might just go out of this floor because there's really nothing here that makes me too interested in playing or in exploring. I mean, there's like arcade, cool, don't really want to go. Curse room, absolutely do not want to go. And the boss trap room, I do want to go. Unfortunately, I can't because I have too much health, and there's absolutely no way that the secret room is next to it because we use those world cards and we can see that the secret room is actually far more distant. So in any case, we're just going to drop down here. And Curse of the Lost on the Depths Part 1. I didn't realize we were so far into the game. So this room, we have to use Justice. Just pop that down. And then after we kill everything, we'll get our card. I'm just trying to get myself back in the swing of things. Gotta use 2 of spades on the next room. That's gonna double our bombs. That's one consequence of this run that I enjoy a great deal, is that with the addition of the bicycle cards, you oftentimes have the ability to get like staggering levels of keys. I apologize for that, by the way. I should turn my ringer off, but instead I'm just gonna throw my phone on the carpet. You can, because of all the doublings, you can get like staggering levels of bombs and keys. Assuming you get enough of the same cards in a row. And there's the Joker. That could be very useful for us. I would love a Spirit of the Night. Might as well finish the room first, though, and pick up all the good stuff. So Joker is going to give us Shovel, Necronomicon, neither of which really appeals to me. We have to use Justice on this room, because we have to use 1 card for every unexplored room. And then we're going to take a card, Temperance, which we're going to have to use on the next unexplored room. I think we've been in this room, so we don't have to use it in here. We can use it on here. I really am looking for... Oh man, that was bad. Really looking for... Oh, that was my mistake. I got it. Temperance card is going to go down. Hierophant's going to come up, and I'm going to use it on the next room. God, I can't fly. I'm really looking for a flying item, which is exactly where I was going to go with that, even if we didn't end up in a room that would have benefited us substantially from being able to fly. And I'm just looking for... I guess I'm exploring the entirety of this floor here, because I do have the keys necessary to make good stuff happen. I do have the money necessary to buy something from the shop. I feel like when it comes to cards, and when they're used, there's like cards you use at the start of the room, and then cards that you save till the absolute end. Strength is obviously a card that you save till the end. Emperor is probably a card that you're going to want to save till the end. Depending on what room you start in, I guess. If the room's like absolute garbage to start with, then you probably want to use it right away. So I hate to do this because we're right next to the item room. It's got to be done though. And we do have to give ourselves 1 more card to use on the boss. It's the Empress. That's obviously a card you want to use at the start. So we're going to wait for War to come back here. Since we have that speed upgrade, I think we're too fast for War. Like, War shouldn't be able to get us down when he starts permanently walking. So it's playing cool. There we go. Permanent running state from War. And of course, the more we hurt him, the more he'll slow down as well. And so far, this run's going pretty well. I don't know that we have too much of a chance to beat Isaac and Blue Baby. We've already used our card on this room, so we just have to go exploring now. I should have gotten a card before we started this room, but it's okay. We got the moon, so we're going to use the moon by the end of this room. And I've been losing Spirit Hearts like crazy. Part of that is just like being distracted by card management. Part of it is just not playing particularly well. Shit happens, what can I say, you know? We're gonna teleport out immediately with the moon, because why not? And then in here we have to use a card because it's an unexplored room. Then we're gonna take a card here. And now finally, I've gotten some traction, and I am able to make our way to the item room, which is unexplored, so we'll have to use Death on that room. Then we'll get another card, the Sun, which we'll have to use on our next unexplored room. That's the problem, because normally you want to like manage your cards and be like, okay, we're gonna save this Sun card to like the Isaac fight if possible. I'm just gonna use bombs to get out this way, actually. If I'm gonna have to use bombs anyway, I might as well go through the secret room and save myself some time. But now, like, we have a Sun card, we're just gonna walk into this room and basically be like, oh, there we go. So we use the Sun card. And our next card for the next room is gonna be the Sun as well, but I'm positive that when we actually need it, it's not gonna appear for us. We also have 2 of diamonds, which we might as well use right away. You know what, I might as well go to the shop. It's gonna cost us some bombs? No, it's not. What am I talking about? I'm crazy. So again, basically free room for us, and we got Wheel of Fortune on the next room, which means we don't, or we actually are gonna have to kill some things for once, using the power of our own abilities, as opposed to, wow, the Halo of Flies just saved my life there. Not my life, but saved me from some mental anguish at the hands of some terrible dodges, that's for sure. So Wheel of Fortune goes down. Okay, we could play that 57 times, so that's not necessary. 2 of Hearts card is going to be used on our next unexplored room, and we might as well just buy a key, I guess. Oh, well, we use 2 of Hearts here. We had 2 of spades, which we are going to carry with us. If you are getting confused by the commentary, I understand. Trust me, it will get better. As I start to, like, internalize that pattern. I mean, I was making a it will get better joke, which is probably insensitive, but mostly I was honest about it as well. It actually will get better as time goes on. Because right now I actually have to, like, it's almost like repeating an affirmation or something. You're beautiful, baby. You're the most beautiful person in the world. And then eventually you start to believe it, you know? Once I go through all of my patterns here verbally, I start to internalize them mentally so that I don't have to think about them, consciously as I'm playing. And we're just gonna play Judgment here. I can play Judgment basically until he pays out, and hopefully he doesn't pay out with a spacebar item. Bare minimum, HP upgrade, or I would welcome even a ladder as well. Would give me some extra defensive options. Who knows? Really good timing though. We're gonna go down to the next floor and we're gonna use the world card immediately. Although, shouldn't I have to use the world card on this room? No, because I killed things on this room already. Okay, this is good. Yeah, so on the first room on the next floor, I'll be able to use the world card and plan my exploration a little bit better. I just hope that we don't get an Emperor card, because we're going to be fighting Mom, and you can't leave after that Mom boss fight, obviously. Seriously, man? Sure, okay, double my money. I'd rather you just double my fucking health or something. There we go. Book of Revelations. We'll pick it up, use it once, pick up our deck of cards, and then continue onward. So that's going to be the Depths Part 1 finished. How are our overall chances? Well, on rooms with lots of tiny enemies, fairly easy. On rooms with, like, one very difficult enemy, but I know I need a card. On rooms with one very difficult enemy, not so good. So, unfortunately, that last part basically describes all of the boss fights. I just want to see this card first. So we have to take the moon, that was the card that we got. Secret room where we're going to fight Greed. It's not worth fighting Greed, we should just leave. Oh, I had to use a card there. Sorry. My bad. On this room, we just got the Hierophant. Apologies for the cough as well. I think it's just I'm a little dehydrated. Again, recording this video same day as the last episode that went up, so my jet lag is still here. So not only is my head all super confused, which might explain some of the commentary going on right now. Stars is free item room. We have to use something on this item room, so we'll use the 2 of Hearts. But also, I'm a little bit dehydrated because I didn't hydrate myself properly on the airplane. Just don't come around with the water often enough. I would say in terms of water consumption, for, you know, the modern world anyway, I gotta use, like, this Lover's card. And then another one, I think. What was our other one? Sure, I'll just pop the Hanged Man for no reason here to get us back on even keel. In terms of water consumption, and this would be the worst bragging of all time if it was meant to be bragging, which it's not, but I probably consume more water than, like, 80%, 85% of the population. Non-athletic population, anyway. Well, we are going to get the Emperor card, but at least went to every room first. We might as well just use it right away, although I took some damage. So when they come around the airplane, they give you, like, 2 tiny glasses of water in 4.5 hours. I'm like, really? Come on, man. You could be a little bit better than that. I took some extra damage, and I did that entirely just because I Zelda'd my card as I was picking it up. We did get the Chariot, so next time... Yeah, Mom's foot comes down. We'll just Chariot it up a little bit. We did have to use a card on this room. Remember, the Emperor card was one we used on the last room to get to this room. So Mom is about half dead. By the way, in the cheat engine this time, I did not tick that option that you don't need the Polaroid. So we are absolutely going to pick up the Polaroid, because I think the problem was, like, I said we don't need the Polaroid, then when we got the Polaroid, the game was just like, make up your mind, motherfucker. And I was like, oh, come on. Don't make me do the chest twice. That's just, it's cruel. Okay, so we're alive. We got HP upgrade. We got Polaroid. We got the Joker. So we're going to be able to go to a deal with the Angel or the Devil immediately on the Wound Part 1. So let's see what we got. It's a deal with the Angel where absolutely I'll take Spirit of the Night. But first, I actually have to use a card. It's the World. Okay, that's not going to help us. So actually what I'm going to do, since we have the Polaroid, is Guppy's Paw. Like this. And then take Spirit of the Night. And then go back to this. Okay, so we have a lot of Spirit Hearts. We need a card to take with us. We have a lot of Spirit Hearts. We have the ability to fly, as well as Brimstone and decent damage. We're going to see how this works out for us. I'm guessing it's going to go fairly well. Like, this is the best possible combination of items you could have, probably. at this point of the game, given Brimstone and not, you know, Polyphemus or something. So I'm happy with it so far. The real question is, are we going to be able to sustain our Spirit Arts for the rest of the game? And the answer is, I have no GD ideas. So next is going to be the Emperor card. That's going to make things faster. So the Emperor card is definitely a bonus on these later floors when you can skip over everything else. Just fight the bloat immediately, which everyone loves. And we got the Fool card, which I have to use after this boss fight, which sucks, because we're going to immediately lose all of the progress that I mentioned a little while ago about having to not, you know, walk all the way to the boss. Now we're going to have to backtrack anyway, because we're going to end up going all the way to the spawn. But maybe we'll get another Emperor card. Who knows? That's why the Fool card is annoying. And it's also why we have this loophole, or this loophole-proof clause that basically, we'll take Pageant Boy, but, it's not one card per room, it's one card per unexplored room. Otherwise, you could just get, like, Fool Stars, over and over and over. Well, anyway, as a result of backtracking, we did get the Hierophant, which we'll be able to use on this room to pick up some extra HP. Oh, almost got hit there. Might as well just do that right now, and he's dead, so we'll take a card to take to the... Yeah, again, there we go. Now we're going to take the Moon, which will take us to the secret room. Might as well kill this room first, so it'll be explored in the future. And on our map, it'll appear explored as well. But then the Moon takes us to the secret room, where we get a 1-up. Which certainly I'll take. I have to use a card here, it's the Magician, and then get a card to take with the next unexplored room, and it's the Magician again. Okay, so the 1-up is a nice little upgrade, might improve our chances a little bit. So far this run's proving to be fairly interesting. I mean, I kind of knew that in advance, considering I'd done it with Green and Zen. But still, it's always nice when a good run pans together like that. Keep this up, back in it up. And another great run that Green and Zen had for me that I might do next is Infinite Item Power Anarchist Cookbook. One second, I just need to... Okay, we got a tower. Speaking of the devil, we have a tower on this room. But Infinite Item... Oh, that still hit me? Infinite Item Power Anarchist Cookbook, and you can't use tears. It seems like a horrifying, but also hilarious. So I might try that out next. Because these last few runs... Oh, that was really bad. These last few runs have been pretty powerful. Have I used a card on this room? I don't think I have. The last 2 runs have been pretty powerful, so it would be exciting to maybe try something else. By the way, I need to use 2 of diamonds. Doesn't matter. 2 of spades is our next unexplored room, which will be the first room on the Womb Part 2. So yeah, next I'm thinking Infinite Item Power, Anarchist Cookbook. So there's way more keys for us. And the Strength card, which we'll pop immediately on this room to fight the absolute nothing. And then we have the Chariot card. Again, that's a card you use at the start of a room, for sure. We have a Library, which is tempting, but I kind of want to use the Sun card for combat, so we'll do it like that. And we are going the right way. We're going to have to use Justice on the next... I should have gotten that key, because I totally forgot that I was flying. But we already have 37 keys, so that's probably not going to be a game-breaking mistake, to say the least. Pop this open, we get more keys and more bombs. And I have to use Justice here. We might as well pick up everything. The World is going to be our next card, so there's no real benefit to this. Hopefully we get a good card here. 2 of spades. Well, it's going to double our keys again on the Mom's Heart boss fight, which is totally worthless, but oh well. At least we got through this floor quickly, and I shouldn't say that yet, because there's always the potential for a Moon or Stars card now. I could have gone to the boss trap room as well. Might as well double our keys while we're waiting here. Could also throw some bombs in for this Mom's Heart boss fight, the Bomb's Heart boss fight, but I don't think that is really necessary right now. And again, I'm feeling confident about the way things are going so far. I totally forgot we had homing bombs. But not too confident about the late game stuff, like Blue Baby, Isaac. That still has me very skeptical about our chances moving forwards. Those boss fights are going to be hard, man. So far we're using our bombs effectively along with our Brimstone shots. Brimstone shots only $3 this weekend at Ruby Tuesdays. And we are using a lot of bombs. Like I said, single target foes that have a lot of HP are our main weakness right here. Our main strength is these big rooms with a lot of different enemies in them that have limited HP. So the really worst of all worlds is the chest, where we're going to have to unfortunately deal with multi-target rooms, or rooms with multi-target foes that also have a lot of HP each. But anyway, Mom's Heart's dead. So let's see if we go to the chest or the Cathedral now. it's the Cathedral, which makes a lot more sense. First room's gonna be the Fool, which is an interesting choice. Anyway, we're gonna use the Devil immediately on the next room. And I think that through the Cathedral, we just have enough health right now, or so much health, I should say, that there's basically no fathomable way that we F up this floor. But I guess stranger things have happened. But so far so good. World card is going to be very useful for us, of course. So I just used that and noticed that we were going entirely the wrong way. I mean, that was kind of self-evident from the fact that we were on a dead end here. Tarot card here is going to be 2 of diamonds. Remember, I do not have to take that card in the middle. That would just be pure suicide. So on our way to the boss room, we are going to be using a 2 of clubs to double our bombs again, which is actually smart. Well, not smart. I mean, it's not like there was any intentional use of it, or intentional getting of it, but either way, more bombs is always useful for us to drop in that permanent invincibility stable when we're against Isaac and Blue Baby. High Priestess on this next room should cause a chain reaction, or just kill them all outright. That's fine too. Joker will take us to a deal with the Devil, or Angel. It might even be the Angel at this point. Actually, it shouldn't, because we've taken 2 deals with the Devil. That probably makes it... Oh, okay, 1 second. I botched it a little bit here. Joker card. Take it. Brother Bobby and the Pact. Both of those would reduce me completely to 0 health, I think. So I think now I take the Spades card, which I created, and I just use this on the next turn. That's the way it should have gone in the first place. So again, Spades, 99 keys. Temperance on the next room. Doesn't matter to me at all. Pop that down. With 99 keys, we could get Tammy's head, but what's the point? Judgment, though, is a much more intriguing option, and we will have to use him on this room. But we're very slowly making our way towards the boss fight, which is the important part of this. That I don't get too distracted by, you know, Fool cards and the Moon cards and whatnot. That was terrible on my own part. Again, I have to remember always that I don't have Poison Touch, so there's not much incentive for me to just walk into enemies beyond, you know, Cube of Meat and Halo of Flies hitting them, I guess. And that might be a huge benefit for us on the Isaac boss fight. Oh, it's Demon Judgment. Okay, never mind. Where are my Hierophant cards, man? Might as well pop the Devil right away. I need those Hierophant cards so I can actually get HP back. So 2 of Spades we'll just use randomly. And we have the Lover's card to use on the next room. Please do not mess me up here, because I am about to finish the Cathedral. Well, at least get to the end of the Cathedral. I might finish my run. We're not totally sure of that yet. Good card, please. Death. That is actually an okay card for the Isaac boss fight. And an Eternal Heart, which I actually should not have taken. Because now I'm going to have the health, and the permanent invincibility won't work after this floor. I'm kind of saving the death card for now until maybe the 3rd phase of Isaac. Because then it'll take out Angel Fetuses as well. So just to get maximum efficacy out of the card itself. And again, dodging's working well, as is the Halo of Flies and the single Cube of Meat. It's going to take us a long time. Let's not mince words there, but I'm okay. We're here for a good time and a long time. Especially, I love that I can just stand still and there's still like a 70% chance the shots are just going to bounce off me. Just keep it up. Now, Isaac is in 2nd phase, which means he's going to shoot some shots of his own volition. I might be able to get through this fight without being hit. This is like my least favorite kind of boss fight. The boss fight where it takes us forever to succeed, but success is inevitable anyway. There's like not any thrill to it. I do still like this run though. I like this run a lot. And I think it's turned out fairly well. Keep this up. So we're on the 3rd phase of Isaac, so there's the death card being used. May or may not have benefited us a lot there. At the very least, it didn't cost us anything because we didn't get hit at the start of this fight anyway. Now things get a little bit more difficult. Don't you think? This kind of sounds like an OC remix of the, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark theme song or something. I've never been able to put my finger on what this track reminded me of. Now I know. So we're just continuing to drop in bombs while we're invincible from the Polaroid. We'll enjoy it while we last, or while it lasts, because we're going to get an HP upgrade after this floor. He's going to throw that whole thing under the bus, unfortunately. And High Priestess immediately on the chest on the next floor, so we might as well just pop that and get hit by it, because that's how it's going to go down. Oh, we managed to get out of the way. Alright. Yeah, we can't take any spacebar items, so give me something better, please. We got poison bombs, basically. We got the Hanged Man, which we'll just use and then move on. Emperor, oh, that's awesome. I think there might be a chance. And remember, we do get one card to use here as well. It's just Wheel of Fortune, though. So we can use that after the boss fight, I suppose. Alright, so just play it cool. Shouldn't be substantially more difficult than the Isaac fight. All things considered. You don't have the permanent invincibility from the Polaroid anymore. And he shoots a little bit more. He creates some more flies, but the flies are not an issue with the ability of Brimstone. They don't really act as a shield for him. And you can always run up and plant some bombs. And the bombs that you have are poison now. I don't know why I'm giving myself this motivational pep talk. But yes, now that we have poison bombs, if I run up and place a bomb next to him, it should do some damage over time as well. So again, there's second phase of Blue Baby without taking any damage, which is nice for us. And I think it's pretty much an inevitability that we're going to succeed on this run, which is surprising to me. But I don't know. When I have Brimstone, I thought maybe it was going to be more difficult than the last one because, you know, last time we had Mom's Knife, Quad Shot, Chocolate Milk, Spirit of the Night as well. Lots of good stuff on the table for us. However, we still ended up losing. Mind you, we did beat Blue Baby. We just lost at the chest for the second time. And luckily, things have gone normally this time. So we are on third phase of Blue Baby. Still have not taken any damage. And there should be some angel fetuses soon that I'm going to try to take out. If I just focus on the angel fetuses above all else, I'm pretty sure there's no way he's going to be able to do damage to me except, like, yeah, the beams from heaven. But again, if he hits me, or if I get too close to him, I might as well just drop in a bomb. But for now, why vary up the strategy when it's working absolutely fine? Everything is dead. Well, actually, in saying that, between the time that I started that sentence and the time that I finished it, he dropped like 6 extra flies. I took some damage there, but hey, he's dead! Now if we just kill the angel fetus, that should be GG. Excellent! Alright, that was a fun run. Thanks to, I guess, Green and Zen for that suggestion. You can also, if you like that run, check out the race that Green and Zen and I did. That is up on my channel. It's the featured video on my channel at the time of this recording anyway. But in any case, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Continue suggesting your challenge runs. I will look at the top comments and do the ones that I deem most appropriate and or entertaining. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.